What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel, and I'm going to review a game. This is an unrated game that I just played not too long ago. I play a lot of unrated games. Sometimes well, there's a couple reasons that I do it. Practice, trying things out, but also, like, if I'm playing my first game of the day, I do play the computers. I like to play the computer, but it's different. When you play a person, you're going to get different moves, obviously. There's human error. Humans think different. It's just better to practice against people, I believe. But the point is that I play unrated games because sometimes I don't want to lose my rating, and that's not good. I should just play the games, but I'm trying to get better at beating higher rated players to get a little bit more confidence. So I don't. It's not about going below 1,000. It's just that I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to. Before I start playing a ton of rated games, I need to make sure my head's in the right space. The goal of this channel, if you're new, I'm trying to get to 1,500 on 10-minute games. But this is a game that I just played. And first of all, this is practice. This is like, if you post wins, this is like sparring somebody and then going out and saying, look, I beat this guy and da-da-da. So, I mean, unrated games, it's different than playing rated games. There's no stress in this. You're just kind of messing around. But for white, I play the London system or the Jobava London, and I don't know either of them great, but I like both of those setups. They seem to work best for me, and I like it because you can kind of play it against anything that they do. But I played d4, move my bishop out. He mirrors me. He's playing basically the London itself, and I just went for, at this point, I went for the Jobava. What I'm hoping for here... and I don't know a whole lot of lines in this. I just know the basics. But I want him to play his knight to c6. And then I can get really aggressive right from the beginning. He played that, and that's an important move because I didn't... I mean, I knew this, but I forgot about it. But I thought that after I do this, he plays this. I thought, okay, here we go. He kind of fell into the trap, and he did not fall into the trap because the trap wasn't actually there. So I went for it. I was feeling good. And then, I mean, when you're in the moment, when I look at it now, it's like obvious what move he can play. But when you're in the moment, you don't see everything. He shuts it down by doing that. So basically, if you're going for this little quick trap where it's basically like the Italian trap, but you're doing it on the opposite side, and it actually works a lot, where you can fork, depending on how he sets up, you can go ahead and fork with your knight on c7, and it's protected, and you can get ahead really quick. And the Italian, everybody knows the Italian game, but this coming from the other side out of this opening, you'd be surprised how many times that you can get this. But it didn't work, so I just went ahead and traded with him. And I'm looking at this now, and honestly, I probably would have preferred to. I probably would have preferred to take with my knight, right? So I don't really know what I was thinking here. I don't know why I traded with that. I should just take it with my knight. But whatever. I traded that off. Not a huge deal. All for that. Rather than take, he plays that. So we get to this point, and I think this is a little bit of a mistake. Not a huge mistake, but he decides to... Rather than take my bishop, he takes my knight there. I rock back, and then I get a pawn right there. So I get up a pawn, and I have him trapped right there. It's not a huge mistake. It's just a slight one, I think. Development. He castles. I would have liked to. When my guy castles before me, when my opponent castles before me, I prefer to. I like to be really aggressive, so I like to castle to the opposite side, and then start the pawn storm and try to break up. Try like to race him to see who can mess up the other guy first and who can get down there. And I will sacrifice pawns and all that stuff trying to be aggressive. But the reason I chose not to castle to that side is if you look at his rook, he's got this open file, and that's going to be a nightmare later on in the game. You can see that if I were to move the queen and castle, he has the, at some point, he's very easy to get his queen out and to become really, it's going to be a problem, basically. So I saw that. So I think I made the right choice there, castling to the same side, even though, like I said, I prefer to castle to the opposite side. I just go ahead and trade off there. I'm just going to go through some of this stuff. See if there's anything that stands out. I attack his queen. And I'm running through this. If you guys see any huge mistakes, and I know I make mistakes every game, anything huge, put it down in the comment section below if there's anything huge that I missed. I think I played fairly solid, I think. Take. And I'll show you where this falls apart for him here in a little bit. Okay, there's a move right here, and this is going to set up for the rest of the game. The queen, I could not take the pawn at this point because it's protected by his queen. He moves over to attack my queen, and I'm able to go ahead and take the pawn at that point because it kills that diagonal. He trades off with me, and that's checkmate right there. So this was a good one for me. I think I played fairly solid, and I've noticed that the more people that the higher you go up in rankings, it's like it'll come down to one or two little moves. And you guys, a lot of you guys watching this already, you guys know that. A lot of you guys have figured that out a long time ago. But yeah, it comes down to one or two mistakes, and it's that middle game stuff. So it's like having a good opening, not making any huge mistakes, and it's middle game play. And it's really just this game of like who's going to make the first big mistake first, and trying to limit your own stuff. But that was a good one, and I'll run a couple rated games at some point here. I don't know if I'll play more unrated games at this point or not today. But yeah, if you guys see anything big that I messed up, this channel is not to sit here and educate everybody on chess. This is more just me documenting my progress. Any huge mistakes, drop it down in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.